All right, so welcome to Tangle Tuesday, the last one for 2021 summer, and we'll resume again on September something. I think it's the 7th in 2021. So there should be a fun lesson. For today, you're going to need some sort of paper, and it can be any kind of paper. I'm going to use a Zentangle tile. So it's like that. But you could use any kind of paper you have. It doesn't have to be special. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And you're going to need a pencil. This is just a regular HB pencil. Some sort of pen. Today I've decided I've been practicing a lot with my Lamy fountain pen because I love it. It's lovely to hold because it's fat. The barrel's fat and it's a nice shape. And it just, I don't know, the ink comes out really smoothly and it's juicy. It's kind of like driving a really nice car. And backup pen, I've got a Micron 01 here, but any fine tip pen that you have will work. And for blending any kind of graphite, I have a tortillon. We're going to add some colors today, and I'm going to use some markers, but anything you want to add color, or if you don't want to add color, you just want to do shading or no shading, whatever you'd like to do, feel free to do that. I've pulled out my Koi coloring brush pen. This one is sky blue, and this one is fresh green, and this one is peacock green. So I've got these 3 colors at the ready. And so let's begin. Just take a moment to sit in your chair. Maybe pick a spot somewhere around you to kind of look at. If you can look outside, that's really good. But if you would just have room and there's no place to look, just look at something that pleases you in the room. And take a moment to really feel your body on what is beneath you. So if it's a chair or a stool, let's take a moment to really feel into that. Really allow the gravity to support you. And know that that's there for you, no matter what goes on around you. You have this support, this constant support of the earth. And of course, all the love in the world. Take some deep breaths if you'd like, just to become more centered and more within you. And there's a little mantra that I say in the morning when I go outside and check the smoke level. These days, that's what we're doing. And it was taught to me by someone who I respect. And is just to say, I'm here, here I am, I'm open. I'm here, here I am open. That just reminds you that to be here, to be present, to be open. So it's something that you can say to yourself, any situation that you're about to walk into, like into the grocery store or driving in your car, or anything where you're transitioning from one place to another, to remind yourself, I'm here, here I am, I'm open. So with that, we're going to start the lesson. So with my pencil, I'm going to draw little dots in the corner, and this is optional. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do a border. It's just a good, just like we just did a centering and grounding exercise there. This is also a grounding exercise, putting in the 4 dots, starting. And you can connect them as you'd like. I'm going to do a sort of strange line here. Actually, I'll come back down here. I got too much stuff over there. Go away. Okay. And down here, a little line. You can tell I haven't drawn yet this morning. Wiggly, wiggly. Wiggly, wiggly lines. Takes a while for the hands and brain to wake up in the morning and to coordinate. Oh, see, that one was much better. Okay. So this is the part that might be a little daunting, is to find the middle. But you just sort of look between this dot and this line, and it kind of helps to sort of perch yourself up and look at where the middle might be between these lines, and just put a little dot there. That's a little high, so let's try there. Bifocals make the world fun. Okay, and then across from that, do another dot. And then roughly between the middle of that dot and the middle of that dot, again, we're not measuring, we're just eyeballing it. So it's going to be different for everybody. So you should have 4 dots. I've got an extra one there because I was too high. And I can see this was a little low. So once you look at it, you might want to do a little correcting. And then I'm going to draw very lightly with my pencil, line bisecting that, and then turn my tile and go the other way. Yep, didn't mix that, but that's okay. So I roughly have the middle. Looks pretty good to me. If you need to do a little adjusting with your pencil, go ahead and do that. If it doesn't look right to you, then you can just do a do-over. And in the middle, I'm going to do a little circle. It's not a perfect circle, but it's a circle. Then I'm going to take my pen, and since it's a fountain pen, sometimes they need a little, they just need a little bit of warm up. Oh, it's pretty good. So I just do that. I'm going to do some spokes coming off here, and these spokes are about half an inch long, roughly. Just following the same lines, just going a little bit along those lines that I had first made. So I've got 4. Okay, and then we're going to have lines coming out this way, about the same length. So I'm counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you should have 8. That's the goal. So quite often I do like to use a tangle as a string. So our string is fashioned after the tangle called dreamcatcher. And I should have the name of the person who made that, but I don't have it written down. I'll have to look it up. Okay. And so we're going to connect these lines with little arcing lines. And I'm going to, between this one and this one, a little higher, I'm going to put a little dot. Just helps to have something to aim at. So that is a little peak there. And then coming on here, a little bit higher here. And each one of these are going to probably all look different. Ah, thank you. Danielle Lamoth is the one who made that, came up with the dreamcatcher. Thank you so much for the reminder. I have very vivid dreams. And so many now that in the morning when I tell my husband, I had a dream last night, it just sort of groans, like, oh no, not another one. But I think dreams is how we process so much, and they're so important. Okay, so you should have something like this. It looks sort of like a flower. I'm going to restate the center, and I'm going to leave the center as a negative space. And the reason, the dream catcher catches, now depending on which you read, which philosophy you read, either catches good dreams or bad dreams. But having the hole in the middle so that there could be movement back and forth is really important. So we're going to keep that. And then the next one we're going to do is clove. And we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to do a broken line. Then we'll do another one. The one thing I noticed about a fountain pen, it does really record the wiggles well. And so I have to go quite a bit slower with it than I would a micron, say. So it just takes a little bit of practice, but slowing down is good. So next month, my mom turns 95, and we're going to visit her and my sister and her family, and another sister's coming. And we're going to have a bit of a reunion, which is going to be great. I haven't seen most of them for nearly 2 years, if not longer. Some of them longer. It's Maddie. Maddie's wanting in. She's making a noise on the door and whining. So by doing this broken line, you really get a sense of these sort of petal shapes or leaf shapes as turning backwards, of having this highlight that gives that illusion of something turning backwards. Okay. Somebody's trying to reach me here. Oh, we're good. Okay. So then we're going to extend this out again by putting a dot wherever you feel comfortable. That should go. And this is one, when you're doing this pattern, the dreamcatcher pattern, that you do have to do quite slowly because it's easy to get things sort of discombobulated because you're moving in a circle. So it's something you really have to be mindful of, to move slowly, methodically, which creates the relaxed focus, which is why we're here, because we all love that. And then on these ones, I'm going to do sort of a rendition of in a pod here. So that would be the pod part. And then little fat peas, fat summer peas that we will have right now or pretty soon. And I'm going to black in around the little fat peas. I just love young peas. I don't like the real fat ones. Bitter, ick. Remember when you're doing this, how are you holding your pen? Are you gripping it really, really tightly? Could you loosen up a little bit? Could you stay loose with your shoulders? Could you stay loose with your neck? Most importantly, could you stay loose with your jaw? The strongest joint in the body. And we can hold tension there so easily. And maybe occasionally take a deep breath, let it out. I'm here, here I am. Little dot there. Slightly rounded shape. Questions you never thought that you would have in your head, but now you do. Isn't that amazing? In a strange way. So it does something like this-ish. Again, at any time if you don't like what I'm doing and you want to do a different tangle, you just go right ahead and do that. Now, where did I put my tea? Oh, there it is. Hang on, I'm going to roll over and get that. Whoever invented the wheelie chair. Yay! Okay. So, this last little bit here. What you're going to do is bisect this shape. And then we're going to do this, a little dot, a little line in here, a little line there, a little line here. And then make a little triangle connecting those dots. And you can leave it blank. You could put a little circle in there. You could do some line work, maybe. You get to choose it. So this is a version of Tripoli. And then we're going to have this, and this, and this. Again. And turn your paper the way you'd like to, whatever feels comfortable to you. You do this. Again, just a line to bisect it. Little tiny lines coming in. Then in the middle with a triangle. Uh-oh. I did check my ink level before I started. I think it's just getting a little clogged here with the little tiny hairs in this paper. Good thing I got another pen. Always have backup. It's a little too narrow. Let's try something a little fatter. There we go. So if you're interested with the Lamy pen, the ink that I use Noodler's ink. There it is here. And this one, they have great names for their inks. You just go to their website and for jokes, just we need a lift. And this one's called The Heart of Darkness. It is so black. It's not black. The lovely thing about this is that it is really, really light fast. Like if you get this on your clothes, not coming out, baby. Never ever come out. So it comes in that. It comes in all different colors. And the other one I have here is really like Nikita red. And it has a political statement, as you can see that on there. But it's a lovely, lovely red. And you can see there's enough ink there to last pretty much a lifetime.
Loretta?
Yep.
Can I give a suggestion, which
Yep.
has been passed down to me? It's a website called Jet Pens.
Yes.
I'll put it in the chat, and they have tons of different pens and
Yes.
fountain and ink. So if I can, I don't know. I don't own stock in it. Just
yeah.
I've heard good things about it.
No, they're very good, and I order my bulk pens from them. So no, they're very good. Okay. Okay, let's do one more layer here. We have time for it. Oh, I can see where I can just switch this around here. Just pick that line up a little bit. And I'm going to start again. I'm going to do roughly between the middle of those two. I'll arc that way. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. And if it goes right off your page, just do a partial one. Again, it's not, mine's not exactly in the middle, so it's organic and it's not going to be perfect. Ruler wise, perfect. It's going to be what it is. So this one like would be out here. So let's just do partial one over here. So this one, the next one, is sort of like Arukas, Arukas, an official scent Tangle, but a little different, kind of that way. So what you're going to do is start with little half moon shapes on each of these corners. Oh, I see it different there. Okay, and you're just going to keep going around. And if you get to a point where, hey, I'm done with that, I'd like just to have these as they are and not intertwine them, then go ahead and stop wherever you feel comfortable. But now we're going to start by bringing the line around like that. Start this one. This is actually it looks one of those tangles that looks kind of intricate, but goes really fast. And depending on the shape of this petal, it's going to really determine, how it looks. So each one's probably going to be different for you, but that's okay. Just keep going around. See what it looks like. See what's revealed underneath. You can get a real rhythm going. And I think when you work on a sort of roundish shape and you're working in a circle like a mandala, you get this rhythm going. It incorporates it, it invites rhythm, which is also a way to soothe. Just do a little check-in, now and again, see how you're feeling. Also, check how you're sitting. Are you putting weight on one hip versus the other? Like I'm just caught myself. Can you sort of straighten it out and straighten your posture so that you're sitting straight to your work, not one side or the other? So since this one is in the air, I'll wait to add some lines there until things start filling up a little better. So then I'm going to start bringing that line in. So there, you should have something like that. Put my pen away. I'm just gonna, that's a lot of line work. Maybe do some little massaging of your hands. It feels good. So many nerve endings at the end of our hands that by rubbing our hands even just together, it can help to calm ourselves down, relax everything. I have one of those electronic hand massagers, which I'm going to use after this class today, I think, and I really like it. It kind of milks your hand because it has this pressure, it puts pressure and heat and pressure and heat, and my husband hates it. Can't stand it, but I really like it. Makes your hands feel really good after. Okay, so I'm going to take some markers now, the koi water brush, and on the back I'm just going to see what these look like together, these little, this is like a light turquoise, super bright green, oops, sort of dark turquoise color. Again, I'm leaving my middle blank intentionally, and looking at that saying, okay, do I want to go from light to dark here? So let's start with really bright. Let's get these green pea pods or green peas. Now it'll pick up a little bit of the black. So I like to have a scratch piece of paper and I rub it off every now and again because it will tend to bring up a little bit of that. But you could also shade it if you wish, or just leave it the way it is. It's beautiful on its own, the way it is. I'd like to add a little color. Oh, see, it's picked up some black here. On the next level, I've got this lighter green. I'm going to go in and do these little windows here. Lighter blue, pardon me. Kind of hard to get in the corners with these ones, but can be done if you're really, really careful. Tips are a little fat. You don't have to press very hard with markers. A lot of people think they have to put a lot of pressure on them. You just really tickling the paper with your brush pen, if it's a brush tip, or just tickle it and let it flow out on its own. I'm really looking forward to staying in a hotel. I was just thinking about that. Oh, somebody else is going to be cooking. Oh, how wonderful. I can just imagine it. Okay, then I'm going to do, well, I've got this darker blue. Put that in this center of each one here. So this would make a really good, if you wanted to make two of them and put them back to back, and they'd make a beautiful ornament. For any time of year. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be any time. Then we'll go back and just go back and do the little blue here. See what that looks like. Maybe I'll do blue over here too. Why not? So when I get back from vacation in August, I may make some more videos and put them on a YouTube channel. So you want to make sure you go over there and subscribe, and so you don't miss anything, because you'll be notified if you subscribe about new stuff. So I might have a couple of short lessons depending on how much fun I'm having otherwise. And I also have a commission I'm working on, so we'll see how time goes. So I had that border. I'm going to go back and just, oh, wrong pen. Wrong pen. Try this one. Let's try this one. Just going to come back and just restate that over. Just finish it off really nice. A little bit more class here. And don't forget to put your little chop if you're finished. If you're not finished and you want to carry on, go ahead. My little turtle. So thank you very much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day.